great. It actually makes me really excited about some of the things coming up this year. So a lot of you now are probably sitting here thinking, okay, everything looks great, but can I work and do school? Luckily, I do that, so it's possible. But this is one of the things that I was worried about when I came here. And working full-time or part-time, and then studying part-time or full-time, you know, it has its challenges, but it also is very, very rewarding. And the challenges really pay off in the long run. I've only been doing it for about a month, so I'm not really a great person to talk about it, but luckily we have Alex. Alex is from Taiwan. He entered in 2017. He's a regional sales manager at QNAP System Inc. Sorry? QNAP. We're really pleased to have Alex here. I've heard so many good things. I'm lucky enough to meet him today for the first time. But please welcome Alex Tsai.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for Professor and IMBA giving me the opportunity to share my experience again. Because last year I was here to also share how could I leverage my life. So I took the opportunity again. I want to have a lot of Taiwanese students or the people that already have a dream, their career life, they want to change. That's why I come here to share again. So before I begin, I will ask two questions. So anyone, if you have any feedback, please share to me, okay? So the first one is, how many people are working right now currently? Okay, see, I see 95% of people. And then just give me one of example. Like, usually, what time do you finish your work every day? Like 6, 5? Yeah.
Morning.
7.
Yeah. Some people like 6. 6:30. Anyone? More than this? Like less than this?
5:30.
Sorry? 5. Okay, that's good. 7:30. So around 6 to 7, right? Okay. I think that is good and bad. I didn't hear people like tell me they're working until 10 OB. Oh my god. Okay, meaning you all stay in a good company, I bet. Great. And the reason I'm asking this is before I came in, I already noticed that the first challenge is how can I adapt the situation if I, transfer to IMBA and I'm gonna have work together and then I'm gonna have my job, also my life. So at the beginning, I would like to take a few minutes. I'm gonna introduce my background. Like where did I work, and then where did I move to. After that, I will go to my life, because I believe MBA or study or career is not just, a life I'm looking for, like just working and study. No, actually, I'm looking for. I'm already thinking about my retirement. Like when can I get more fortune, and then I can get retired earlier around by the time maybe 45, 50. So I'm thinking I should have, after my time, I need to have maybe some workout, and then I had to have my social life with my friends. So also, if you're taking IMBA, also the second challenge will be, what should I need to sacrifice to get in return of IMBA, right? So I'm gonna divide 2 parts. After that, I'll show you how, when I get into the IMBA, and what just happened, what just changed me. Okay, after that, I will go to show you how did I, time management and to leverage my life. So I guess this is my presentation. So the first part, let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Alex Tsai, I'm from Taiwan. So I'm just a local student, of course you can see it clearly. And I have been working 6 years old in Middle East region. So I basically handle like Saudi markets, Dubai markets. So that's my job. I actually need to frequent fly to Dubai, to like Egypt or Saudi, whatever it is, usually once a quarter. So at the beginning, the first challenge will be, since I'm handling, by the way, we are selling the NAS storage. Anyone know, sorry. Anyone knows what is a NAS storage? It's a, yeah, you do?
Network attached storage.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, it's that. Yeah. Anyway, it's a private cloud, so you have your home storage at home, and because this industry is booming, so a lot of people have a lot of data. They want to keep in the storage. So in the Middle East, it's the same way. I need to go there and then give them a training. You can see up a training section. We have inspections. So we need to go there every quarters, even sometimes like once or 2 months. So that would be first challenge. How could I doing this. So when I get in, I think, oh, damn, something gonna change. Either I change my job, or I mean, to some people, they even thinking to stop. So that's my first challenge. So here I will share when I get into the IMBA, what's gonna change me, and how can I, overcome those situations. And the second part of my life would be also my life, like after the work or the weekend. What do I do usually? So anyone tell me, like, what do you do from weekday after 6 or 7? What do you usually do? Anyone? Want to shoot me? Yeah, please.
Video games.
Great video games. Great, I like video games. I play even sometimes doing the work. Yes, anyone? Ladies? Dramas?
Yeah, watching drama.
Exactly, Korean drama, right? That's fun, right? Every week, and you have a lot new. And yeah, that's fun. That's really fun. Like, it's relaxing, and then I watch until 11 and 12, and I cannot wake up tomorrow morning. Yeah, I do the same thing. I like American drama, Game of Thrones, right? That's perfect. Okay, so I do have those kind of activities. Also, I do work out with my friends. So for example, I do badminton at least once a week, and then I do bouldering. By the way, I passed my boulder rock climbing certificate of lead climbing, even during the IMBA. So how did I get those certificates even during the work? And when I already get into it, and how could I leverage my time? Also, I also travel around the world, not just business trip. So sometimes, people like to Japan or, Asia region. So I also need to spend time with families. So this is before I get into the MBA, but after I get in, I'll still overcome and leverage my time. So this is about me. So after I get in, I believe our professor and our seniors, they already shared how fun it is. Yeah, so I don't take too much time to emphasize again. So just go straight to the courses. The first, people will ask, okay, there are 42 credits, right? I think we need to finish in 2 to 4 or 5 years, it depends your plan. So my first the challenge is, if I want to finish, I don't want to keep, worry about this and then all the courses or middle things. Then I need to have set up a plan. So what I think is, I review all the courses and then find out. Firstly, I have some courses I can wait. Meaning, for example, some people may be taking a business school already, right? You're already taking classes of financials, accountings, whatever those the courses which is the IMBA are gonna require you to take again. So you can wait or even take a wait test. Whatever you pass it, you can actually taking more time to taking other option elective courses. For example, maybe leadership, Confucian leadership, or maybe there are some strategy management or business strategy, whatever. It is some elective one. So it's good is meaning you already have something in the background, and then you still keep in mind. So once you waive it, you can actually take more courses into advanced business class. And this is good because people will think about, if you see the courses together, you'll find out a lot of courses which is on Monday to Friday. So which you probably need to leave office later. But once you waive it, you can actually spend more time on the weekend. So they have more time. You don't need to finish your job and then need to every day leave at 6 or 7 and probably worry about your colleagues and your boss not happy with that. So that's the thing. But actually what I do is before I get in, I already noticed that about the environment of Taiwan situation. So I actually talk to my managers and they actually even write a reference letter for me. And then that's why there's an opportunity I can stay here, and then I even help my business to explore more in Middle East market. So firstly, you know what you want to take, and then you waive something, and you can transfer some courses in the weekend, so you have more time on your focusing on your work. And secondly is you also get support from your manager, from your colleagues, so they understand your situation. And third is more important. People probably ask, for example, let's say I have a business trip, and then we might encounter a middle term exam, final term exam. So I have to thank you, Lichi. Actually, I think Lichi, she's one of our MBA administration system. She will help her to handle all the courses. Any question she will help you. So basically, I tell her, oh, I'm gonna encounter one of the exhibition which is in Dubai. I have to go there, but there's a middle term or final term coming. So recommend I can write later to professor. So I told the professor, hey, professor, can I postpone my middle term exam? And then they actually give me another 1 week later, and then I just take the exam. I took the exam, so which helped me to solve the issue. Even most of the group, maybe a lot of people thinking about, oh, there's a lot of assignments, there's a lot of the activities, maybe I cannot join. So actually, most of the assignments or the group homework, they're actually you're not alone. You're with your classmates. They're maybe from like people from Asia, from the Americas. They will actually help you to leverage your time. For example, oh Alex, you don't have time to study this part. How about this? You make a presentation. They know I'm doing presentation more, so they give me more opportunity, and then they consolidate all the assignments. And what I do is I make group meeting, I give some advice, and then I give them the presentations. So in the final. So actually, don't worry about the classes. Basically, that's what I mean. And then getting to know your time management from your support from your companies. I think one day, if you take even 1 hour earlier leave, I believe that's acceptable. But especially management, they knows you are willing to improve yourself. You want to help your business, and also I believe that will be negotiable to talk to a manager. But that's my point. So don't worry too much about courses, and there's always a way to leverage, especially if we have a course on the weekends. And the third one would be, did you guys also think about how long you're gonna finish the courses? I believe maybe half you guys are thinking, oh, I'm gonna take a 2 degrees. So since I didn't take this program, maybe some of my classmates, they can answer that. But in my opinion, if you just wanna concentrate on your work to leverage your MBA degrees, everything, my point is don't think about to finish in 2 years. Because you have 42, divide to 4 will be 10, right? 10 credits, which is around 3 subjects. Because each subject take 1 to 3 hours per week, per day, or something like that. So maybe you think about 2.5 or 3 years. For example, I'm taking all the courses now. I'm just concentrate on my graduation. So just not think about you're gonna finish in 2 years, which will be too much credits. Probably cannot leverage your time. That's my recommendation. Okay. So basically, that covers the IMBA courses, and then how do you encounter, like the typical situation, maybe the courses also from your colleagues, like the companies, basically. And the last one would be cross-cultural life, which I think we just mentioned about the PowerPoint, this one before. So my point is, that's one of my goals. I don't think taking MBA degree is just, at the beginning I think, okay, maybe this is something I can do in easy way. Actually, eventually you will get this degree, because everyone will help you and you will find out something you are good at, and you keep focusing on it, and you will leverage, and then you work with your teammates so you can finish all the assignment and get all the subjects. So we'll go get the grade, 2 grades. But one thing is, since you're getting, if you only think about the master degree, MBA, I think that would be a little bit maybe pity, because there's a lot different life and cultures you probably will miss out. So I would recommend also you think about to join a local event with the IMBA students. For example, the first year I also joined the Hope Prize, which is one of the global business competition that actually give you one of the ideas. So all the global business students, they will make it as a team, like each students in school, they have a competition. So we are actually got the first place from IMBA team in 2017, and then we go to Malaysia to take a second round. So this is a good experience. You can see a lot different perspective from the other country regions. Maybe people from Middle East, from India, from Americans, they come there and then you share your own ideas and you impact the judges, and then you can see how the world will be changed. So that's a good way. Also, we have diversified team, like people from the other countries. During your work, during your outside activities, for example, when we're going to make an event, you will see sometimes the Germany, or maybe they will have not the idea. For example, maybe want to debate about, oh, this is not a good idea. And after I working with them, I feel like this is their personality. They just really like to share their idea, but the way you feel is a little bit too strict. So one of the examples is I taking one of the negotiation classes, and then also I working with one of a Germany guy, and I still remember in the final turn, he raised his hand and told the professor, hey, why Alex is so offensive? Because they feel the Taiwanese culture should be more indirect, more maybe friendly, and they're not that aggressive. But because I'm doing a businessman as a handle the middle people, and most of them maybe they're Indians, they are more like direct, or they are more, I feel like they are, not a good way to say, but they're more greedy. They try to ask anything they want. So I change my personality. So when we start to negotiate selling the coffee bean, this is one of the contract. You feel why Alex is not like the others, they're aggressive, and you feel really disappointed. So I realized that actually you learn from the culture, and then don't even put the stereotype people are gonna do, send us, you learn from the textbook or from the videos. People actually will change in the real business, and sometimes they won't follow the contract or the rules. So I guess this is one example. When you're making an event, you join activities, you negotiate with them, especially in Taiwan, you don't need to go abroad, and then you really can handle different cultural, different diversified teams, and learning that together. That's one of the examples. So we do have a couple activities which I think that's really fun, and to learn from each other. That would be good. So last one, I think that's the final. We'll go back to the subject again. So how do we leverage our life? As you can see, I just mentioned I have my work, I have to travel, and then in the end I do my sport activities all the time. So I actually have to sacrifice the lost time. I need to reduce maybe twice or one time per month, or sometimes I need to tell my team member I cannot join anymore. But on the other hand, actually, I actually invite them to play badminton. Even remember we come here for students, so you have summertime and the winter vacations, meaning you can still go travel. Like for example, I went Egypt. So IMBA courses is not that busy. You're gonna tie all your schedule. Actually, when you get in, I think that's one way I would like to mention is 入宝山不要空手而回. Eventually, you will get your MBA degree. It take 2-3 years, but if you only think about this degree, maybe you should think about more like how you can manage your life, and you can go outside of your comfortable zone, and then also you can encourage yourself to go different perspective from the foreigners. So I guess that finish today's my sharing. Okay.